What's up, everybody? It's your favorite soft good accessories favorite nerd, and today we are looking at the soft good robes that you can find on eBay. Every time I do a video and I show this Luke, without fail, somebody asks about the cloak that I use here. So I just got some new ones. I figured it'd be worth taking a look at all of them. This is just a simple Sunday upgrade video, so there won't be any skid or anything like that, just down and dirty and a quick overview. These are made by rickhor409. That's R-I-C-K-H-O-R 409 on eBay. Most people have seen them by now and are interested in them, and I think that a lot of people are on the fence and kind of want an opinion about them before they jump in. So I wanted to buy a few and for myself, and then I figured since I keep getting questions about them, I might as well take a look at them. I'm not going to be looking at this Jedi Luke one too much, but because I've had it for a while, but I love it. Absolutely love it, and I think this was made actually for the Black Series one, but it fits the Figuarts one maybe even better. I love the weight and I love the material that they use, and we're going to take a look at a few more. We're going to show before and after stuff, and the hood, I know a lot of people love the hooded look, and once again it doesn't quite work right, but I have seen people online use the water trick. If you're not familiar, that's when you like dampen the cloth and let it kind of dry in place, and then it looks great. But for me, on my Luke especially, like I kind of always want the hood down so it doesn't really bother me. But yeah, tremendous. So let's take a closer look at this one. I've always hated this cape. It pretty much renders the figure useless. You know, you can't do anything with the arms but have him stand there like this. And this does look fine, but it's just limiting. So let's get rid of this one. This one actually requires a little bit of work, which is the main reason why I wanted to do this video. So this is the cape. We're gonna add a little bit of hot glue to the shoulders of this guy. So I'm plugging in now. I'm a fiddler. Should get a fidget spinner. Like I'm not like fidgety necessarily, but like it's just like if I'm sitting around, I gotta wait for something, I get to like messing with stuff. Like I'm the type that I'll like, you know, like I'll tighten up some screws on a chair or something. We're loosening up. Heating up a little bit. And I'm just going to put a little dab on his shoulders. Alright, so we're going to let that sit for a bit, and then we'll come back and check on it. Now for Wanda's, I've always kind of liked her cape, to be fair, but I just prefer soft goods when it comes to capes in general. So we're going to try this one and see how it fares. Yeah, I prefer that. I just prefer like the real kind of flow that they have. I wish these Marvel Legends would have stands. But yeah, I just think that has a little bit more life to it. Me personally. And I think it looks pretty good. And I'm sure you could cut this up a little bit to kind of give it a look that you want, but not that I feel comfortable doing that, but I think that they look really nice. And lastly, the White Queen, and she didn't even come with a cape, so that was one I definitely wanted to pick up. I'm not sure if I guess I gotta pop her head off, which I'm not crazy about since I think this figure ran me a good amount of money. But let's check. Nothing to it but to do it. Done and done. And I don't know, that just helps bring that figure to life for me. And like if they ever update White Queen, which they need to do, you know, I can always just swap the cape out. So we'll take a look at him now. The glue is dried. I got to clean up some of this stuff that got out a little outside the lines here. Let me back out a little bit. But yeah, I love it. Maybe it's a little too pretty, you know, you might be able to say, but I love that I can use the arms. You know, like the other cape pretty much destroyed any potential chance of you using the arms. And now I can have, you know, a full arm movement, a pose. I can have him pointing his gun and stuff, and he just doesn't have to stand there in a lockdown stoic pose. I hope that they do one for Lando in the same way, because he's another one that kind of suffers from that sort of syndrome. But I like it. I like this little patent leather up here. I like the collar. I just think that it works. I think it adds a lot to the figure, and I think especially with a figure like a $20 Hasbro figure, I think it just adds a lot more life. And then if you still want the stoic pose, you can still do it. Nothing wrong with that. But I just like the way that it adds a lot more life to the character. And yeah, it just sort of gives it a more impressive look and a more realistic look, I think. Final thoughts wise, I think these are great. They're a little pricey. You know, it's like $750 plus $450 in shipping for most of them. I think Krennic's was a little bit more expensive. And then on top of that, the only added bonus is that if you buy more than one, the shipping price goes down a bit. I think it's $450 for the first and then $250 maybe for each additional one. So the shipping kind of kills you, and they're definitely pricey, but like I'd be lying if I said I didn't think it was worth it. I just think it adds so much more life to the figure. And I mean, this Krennic, like now I can have him pointing. Now I can have him aiming his gun if that was my bag. Like, it just allows you a lot more options in terms of how you display your figures. And I mean, the White Queen one, she didn't even come with a cape, so at least you have something now. I like the material. I think it's a good material. It has a decent amount of weight to it. Like, you can get natural kind of folds in the cape from the way that it falls. I'm personally a fan. So the reason why I wanted to do this video was to say, if you were on the fence about this, you saw this, you're like, man, I don't know if I want to go. You know, it's not like it's a company. It's probably somebody making it out of their garage or whatever. If you felt hesitant, if you were worried about the quality, if you were worried about the aesthetic, and if you were worried about how it actually operated or worked with the figure, my goal here is to kind of put some of those at ease. Plus the fact that it's coming from, you know, a foreign country, so you have to trust the seller, but they have a very good reputation. And I don't know. All I can say is I am happy with my purchase. I think you'll be happy with yours. So I hope that helps. You know, I only do these upgrade. If I have an upgrade video, I only do them on Sundays or whatever. It's just to kind of get something light out there. But I think that this one was especially worth it. So hope you do too. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.